right, Dallas Glenn and Double E is moving on to round 2. Elite Motorsports goes 3 for 4. Here in round 1 of the All-Star Call-Out, Erica Enders picks up $2,500 from the Sadie Glenn Top Dragster Fund, and Dallas Glenn, by 0.02 of a second, let go of the clutch too soon and throws away a 6:51 at 210 miles per hour in a similar fashion, Joe, to when Erica Enders set the national ET record in Gainesville in a losing effort. Dallas Glenn goes red when it mattered.
Yeah, no, it feels really good. I've had a really good car all season long, and it seems like the last few races they've kind of snuck by me there right at, on the best session. So yeah, that run, it had extra pressure, did a little extra pressure with the call out race, but I went red. I knew I was red even before the red light came on. I just knew I was letting go early but the run just felt awesome, and I was like kicking myself at the same time, but somehow I accidentally managed to hit every shift like absolutely perfect and keep it dead straight and make not dare I say a perfect run, but it was a very, very nice run. So it definitely should be some good momentum going into tomorrow.
Here in the media center is Top Fuel #1 qualifier Mike Salinas here in Chicago. Mike's run of 3.686 from Friday held up for his first #1 qualifier of the year, heading into Sunday from that #1 spot with the Gerber name on the side of your car at the Gerber race. First race back in Chicago in 4 years. It's got to be a good feeling for you.
Oh yeah, no, it's really big. The higher ups, Brian was on the line with us, and he was very pleased with what we did. All the Gerber people, all the people that came out and see us, and the fans. I mean, it's packed here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be back here. I was #1 qualifier in 19, so it's cool. I just want to finish it better than I did then.
What is it about this place, though? I know you haven't been here a whole lot, but back to back.
I would put this track. It's got a mystique about it. It's really, there's character in the lanes. You need to drive the car, and if you're in the left lane, it moves you over. It does certain things, but it's whoever wins tomorrow, any classes, they're gonna earn it, and that's what's cool. The track's gonna be fast. We're going to have a little bit of heat. It's going to be a little tricky, but it'll be fun for all the guys because Top Fuel is so close. Everybody is right there on top of each other.
But your first #1 qualifier of the year is as good as this car's ran this year. Is that surprising that this is your first one of this season?
No, we've been changing some combinations around a little bit, and I think we've qualified #2 a couple of times, so we've been right there. There's a lot of good cars, so. And, it's great timing to be #1 at our first race with Cornwell Tools. But, you get Alexis DeJoria for that. So that shows how tough this class is. And it's going to be a battle tomorrow. She wants revenge from Charlotte. And that car has probably been the most consistent car of the year so far. So we're going to have our hands full. But it's going to be fun. The fans, they're the ones that win in deals like this. So we just got to go up and do our job. And, I wish we could have got down Q2. It didn't even move. It blew the tires off at the hit. So we rebounded, came back, and made another respectable run, at night. And tomorrow, first round, I think you're going to see conditions similar to what we just ran in. So I think we have a good baseline for that. But in the middle of the day, it's going to be hotter than what we faced all weekend. So that's going to be challenging.
Joining us here in the media center at Route 66 Raceway here in Chicago is our Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty NHRA Challenge winner in Pro Stock Motorcycle, and also our #1 qualifier and points leader, Gage Hererra. Pretty awesome weekend so far. Gage obviously picked up the win in the challenge with his run of 6.672 at 200.32 miles per hour. Also qualifying him #1, resetting his track record that he set just the day before. So obviously it's been a very good 2 days for you to get this victory in the first challenge for the bike class. How meaningful is that for you?
It means a lot. Obviously Mission's a big sponsor for us, and for Mission to put on this a challenge to be a part of it's just a big deal alone. But to be able to get the win, it means a lot to the whole team, myself, and to be able to do that for Mission. So it's a
2 straight 67 sevens to open the weekend, and then you add a 67.2 in the finals. Were you expecting the bike to go even quicker there against Chase in the finals?
We knew the conditions were there. It was just I was more worried about the wind. We were all concerned about the wind a little bit because it's coming and going when you could cross the bleachers. But I honestly didn't think I was gonna go faster than my Q1 and Q2 pass because I was all over the bike. It was going left, it was going right. So for it to be able to run that, I was definitely surprised. But you know, Andrew's got that thing on rails. It's the baddest bike out here, you know, and it's showing it. They're flexing the horsepower for sure.
.383 335 miles per hour, and Robert Hight goes to number 1. Robert Hight resets the track AT record. Robert Hight resets the track speed record.
Heck of a way to return to Chicago with a run like that, Robert.
Yeah, that actually surprised me. You know, going up there, Jimmy and Thomas, we were talking about, you know, trying to run 87 or 88, which is what we just ran in the final at Charlotte. So, you know, we figured that'd be a good baseline to get us qualified and start the weekend. But it surprised him. I mean, but he kept saying in Charlotte, he says there is so much more left in this thing, and if it would just run from the 60 to the 330 and not fall in a hole, this thing will pick up 300s. And sure enough, it did. It was, I mean, it was just a smooth run, and when they're smooth like that, they honestly don't feel that fast. They didn't tell me on the radio, which normally they tell me on the radio what it ran, and I had to ask. And then they said 83, and I had to double check that I actually heard that.
Mike
right.
Salinas, Gator Nationals winner in the right lane to kick off the season. .368.6, 333 miles per hour, and Mike Salinas gonna take the Gerber Collision and Glass team right into the number 1 spot.
Obviously, a great way to return to Chicago. How thrilled were you with that run today?
Actually, it was really good. We did a lot of work in the last few weeks. We weren't happy with Vegas. We knew we had a great car. We had a malfunction, and it's unacceptable. We went to the next race, and driver didn't show up and made mistakes, and just can't let that happen again. Last time we were here, and I believe we raced here, we were number 1 qualifier. Okay. If I'm right. The run we just ran there, we did it 3 times in testing this week in Indy. So we know we have a great car. It's just basically we just got to go close it out and run good tomorrow. But tomorrow's another day, and I think there's going to be some very good runs tomorrow because the track is really, really tight, and it's really good. You can run faster, and it's going to be very interesting to see how good everybody runs tomorrow, because Sunday's a different thing. But yeah, Rob and all the guys, I want to thank Trip Tatum. He drove my car. I was in California. He drove my car and got it up to par for us, and comes out and tells me, fast car. Yeah. And so it's good. Very, very nice, you know.
Side by side, 652s, and Bo Butner jumps to the number 1 spot.
Well, first of all, if you don't think I'm excited to be back at like one of my D3 favorite tracks, it's good to be back here. Missed this place. Look, I didn't miss a beat. I mean, we haven't been on it since I think 19 or so. So track record first shot. So very happy. The elite team worked really hard testing this week without me, which maybe that's the whole key. But there's a lot of good people on my team. Of course, Jason Johnson. Wish he was here. He's out buying cars at Meekum. So what happens is he builds a bigger building so he has more space. So he's got to fill it up. But no, anyway, it's a great run. It's so close, the whole field still is. But that's just a little bit of a gap, and I'm proud to have that.
Denso, the sponsor. And this is a matchup that everybody is looking forward to seeing. Matt Smith getting out there by the left side wall. Gage Herrera. 6, 67.7 at 2:02.45. Both ends of the track record. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed one of the greatest single runs in the history of pro stock motorcycle.
How cool was that to lay down and run like that?
Oh, it's very cool. You know, I mean, I basically live about an hour away from here, so it's kind of my home track, and I have a lot of family and friends here, so it's awesome to have us back here at Joliet and to be a part of it. So to go out there and be able to go #1, you know, it's awesome for me, and then, you know, for the whole Van Science Mission Suzuki team. You know, they've been working hard. You know, we've been hit with a little bit of weight, or the whole class Suzuki side got a little weight from the last race. So to go out there and be able to be that close to the world record, you know, it's pretty cool.
So welcome, Jason. Anybody else who's out there listening on NHRA.TV, the water's fine. We want to see you here.
And Jason Lee's going to take one right down the gut here. How about a 5.68.4 at 2:52?
Blisters, Route 66 Raceway, low ET, top speed, 5.68. Jason Lee, you're new.